Akandamandalakaram Vyaptam Yena Characharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Ajnanati Mirandasya Jnana Jana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Stavaram Jangamam Vyaktam Yat Kichit Sacharacharam Tatparam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Vabhajivyapi Yat Sarvam Trilokyam Sacharacharam Tatparam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sarvashruti Shirodhana Virajita Param Bujaha Vedantam Buja Suryoya Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Chaitanya Shashvata Shanto Vyomatito Niranjanaha Bindurada Kalatita Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Jnana Shakti Samaruda Tattvamala Vibhushitaha Bhukti Mukti Pradatacha Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Aneka Janma Samprapta Karma Bandha Vidarine Atmajnana Pradhanena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shoshanam Bhava Sindhuscha Yapanam Sarasampadaha Guru Padodakam Samyak Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Na Guru Radhikam Tattvam Na Guru Radhikam Tapaha Tattvajnanat Param Nasti Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Manata Shri Jagannatha Madguru Shri Jagadguru Mamatma Sarva Bhutatma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Guru Radhira Nadishcha Guru Paramadevata Guru Parataram Nasti Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Tvameva Mata Chapita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhushcha Sakha Tvameva Tvameva Vidyagravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Tvameva Mata Chapita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhushcha Sakha Tvameva Tvameva Vidyagravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Satchitanandam Sarvavyapagam Paramanandam Parameshwaram Satchitanandam Sarvavyapagam Paramanandam Parameshwaram Paramatmanam Sadgurudeva Sadgurudeva Namastubhyam Swami Vishwanandam Namastubhyam Swami Vishwanandam Namastubhyam Swami Vishwanandam Namastubhyam Swami Vishwanandam Kamalanayanam Padapakajam Manamohakam Chittaranjanam Kamalanayanam Padapakajam Manamohakam Chittaranjanam Sundareshwaram Sadgurudevam Sundareshwaram Sadgurudevam Namastubhyam Swami Vishwanandam Namastubhyam Swami Vishwanandam Namastubhyam Swami Vishwanandam Namastubhyam Swami Vishwanandam Sadgurudevam Swami Vishwanandam Namastubhyam Swami Vishwanandam Sadgurudevam Swami Vishwananda. Namastubhyam Swami Vishwananda. Gyaneshwaram Yogeshwaram. Gyaneshwaram Yogeshwaram. Sarveshwaram Vishveshwaram. Sarveshwaram Vishveshwaram. Vigneshwaram Satgurudevam. Vigneshwaram Satgurudevam. Namastubhyam Swami Vishwananda. Namastubhyam Swami Vishwananda. Ashtagandham Jivanandanam. Ashtagandham Jivanandanam. Madhureshwaram Leeladaram. Madhureshwaram Leeladaram. Nijaranjanam Satgurudevam. Nijaranjanam Satgurudevam. Namastubhyam Swami Vishwananda. Namastubhyam Swami Vishwananda. Satgurudevam Swami Vishwananda. Namastubhyam Swami Vishwananda. Satgurudevam Swami Vishwananda. Namastubhyam Swami Vishwananda. Sankatamochanam Dukkhabhanjanam Karuna Kripa Avataram. Sankatamochanam Dukkhabhanjanam Karuna Kripa Avataram. Bhaktavatsalam Satgurudeva. Bhaktavatsalam Satgurudeva. Namastubhyam Swami Vishwananda. Namastubhyam Swami Vishwananda. Vishwamurtim Vinayamurtim Divya Vigraha Mantradayakam. Vishwamurtim Vinayamurtim Divya Vigraha Mantradayakam. Mandirastapakam Satgurudeva. Mandirastapakam Satgurudeva. Namastubhyam Swami Vishwananda. Namastubhyam Swami Vishwananda. Jagadisham Purushottamam Jagabranam Janardanam. Jagadisham Purushottamam Parabrahmanam Janardanam. Paramahamsam Satgurudeva. Paramahamsam Satgurudeva. Namastubhyam Swami Vishwananda. Namastubhyam Swami Vishwananda. Satgurudevam Vishwakartaram Sarvapalakam Sarvalokahitam Prema Avataram Satgurudevam. Namastubhyam Swami Vishwanandam. Namastubhyam Swami Vishwanandam. Om Avatar Shishaya Namaha. Om Vishamaya Namaha. Om Devakaya Samudyataya Namaha. Om Sukshmatanave Namaha. Om Chinmayaya Namaha. Om Gurumurtaye Namaha. Om Sundaraya Namaha. Om Surochanaya Namaha. Om Sumukaya Namaha. Om Charvasaya Namaha. Om Keshavaya Namaha. Om Padamapujaya Namaha. Om Mandagamanaya Namaha. Om Charumbaradharine Namaha. Om Ramaya Namaha. Om Mandirastapakaya Namaha. Om Shirdi Babarchakaya Namaha. Om Gayatri Ajvane Namaha. Om Arpanasvikarakaya Namaha. Om Vishnu Pujakaya Namaha. Om Namo Narayana Iti Mantrapasakaya Namaha. Om Svaramaya Namaha. Om Madhurakantaya Namaha. Om Krishna Sankirtana Rupaya Namaha. Om Stotra Priyaya Namaha. Om Mitabashine Namaha. Om Vakmine Namaha. Om Chitrakala Visharadaya Namaha, Om Vratadharaya Namaha, Om Sadave Namaha, Om Jagapantaya Namaha, Om Sarvalokahitaya Namaha, Om Bhakta Priyaya Namaha, Om Surdaya Namaha, Om Anukuraya Namaha, Om Neyaya Namaha, Om Sudarshanaya Namaha, Om Bhaktavatsalaya Namaha, Om Premamurtaye Namaha, Om Shurekshanaya Namaha, Om Pritivardhanaya Namaha, Om Swastidayakaya Namaha, Om Tarakaya Namaha, Om Anugrahaya Namaha, Om Vardhanaya Namaha, Om Architaya Namaha, Om Artaya Namaha, Om Siddhipradaya Namaha, Om Janardhanaya Namaha, Om Manoharaya Namaha, Om Mahakshaya Namaha, Om Siddheshwaraya Namaha, Om Bhasmabhushitaya Namaha, Om Atmalingaya Namaha, Om Lingachana Prasakaya Namaha, Om Siddhi Sadanaya Namaha, Om Madhavaya Namaha, Om Omkaropasakaya Namaha, Om Sukshmaya Namaha, Om Vishokaya Namaha, Om Satvikaya Namaha, Om Samadarshine Namaha, Om Dakshaya Namaha, Om Achintyaya Namaha, Om Nirankaraya Namaha, Om Nirmohaya Namaha, Om Avyagraya Namaha, Om Jitakrodaya Namaha, Om Vinayashilaya Namaha, Om Svavashaya Namaha, Om Kushalaya Namaha, Om Kshamaya Namaha, Om Satyadharmaya Namaha, Om Nirvikalpaya Namaha, Om Viraktaya Namaha, Om Atindraya Namaha, Om Satyasandaya Namaha, Om Pavitraya Namaha, Om Madhura Swabhavaya Namaha, Om Suranandaya Namaha, Om Nandanaya Namaha, Om Prasanatmane Namaha, Om Bhaktaniraye Namaha, Om Sakshaye Namaha, Om Samatmaye Namaha, Om Sadayogine Namaha, Om Haraye Namaha, Om Sutapaya Namaha, Om Somyaya Namaha, Om Guyaya Namaha, Om Vimuktatmaya Namaha, Om Gaviraya Namaha, Om Guptaya Namaha, Om Atmaramaya Namaha, Om Srinivasaya Namaha, Om Devaya Namaha, Om Dyutidaraya Namaha, Om Dhanyaya Namaha, Om Gurave Namaha, Om Duratikramaya Namaha, Om Gahanaya Namaha, Om Bhagavate Namaha, Om Harishara Margadarshakaya Namaha, Om Kutashta Jagatakaya Namaha, Om Abhiprayaya Namaha, Om Sarvamata Samatyaya Namaha, Om Shamekata Bhavavartakaya Namaha, Om Premavatara Shri Vishwananda Swamine Namaha. Ato Deva Avantuno Yato Vishnu Vichakrame Prativya Saptadamabhi Idam Vishnu Vichakrame Tredanidade Padam Samudamasya Pagupsure Trini Pada Vichakrame Vishnu Gopa Hata Abhyaham Ato Dharmani Dharayane Vishnu Karmani Pashyata Yato Vritani Pashpashe Indrasya Yujasakaha Tad Vishnoho Paramam Padagum Sada Pashyanti Surayah Divi Vachakshuratatam Tad Vipraso Vipanyavo Jagravagum Sasamindate Vishnoryat Paramam Padam. Premavataya Vidmahi Sadgurudevaya Dhimahi Tanno Vishwananda Prachodayate. Om Premavataya Vidmahi Sadgurudevaya Dhimahi Tanno Vishwananda Prachodayate. Om Premavataya Vidmahi Sadgurudevaya Dhimahi Tanno Vishwananda Prachodayate. Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kurume Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada Om Bhurguvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat Om Bhurguvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat Om Bhurguvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. Shri Krishna Vishnu Madhusudana Kirtabare Narayana Achyuta Trivikrama Chakrapale Deta Visarjadara Sridhara Vasudeva Gopala Krishna Haraye Tava Suprabhatam Shri Rukmini Sabhavanaša Hare Murare Radesha Gopesha Surupa Brahmadi Vandya Shri Dvarakashaya Vaikuntapate Bhuvane Kamurte Gopala Deva Haraye Tava Suprabhatam Meena Krite Kamana Rupa Varaha Murte Shri Vikramaya Guhane Prahurama Rama Shri Rama Krishna Yadunandana Kalki Rupa Gopala Krishna Haraye Tava Suprabhatam Govinda Madhava Mukunda Parat Paresha Damodara Chadarananda Kadari Shori Go Gopa Gopi Jana Sambrita Dina Bando Gopi Jana Priyare Tava Suprabhatam Shri Rakti Shai Bhujagari Patal Pashai Sadbhakarit Sadana Shai Ramanga Shai Shri Gopa Bhama Mridutalpa Sukadi Shai Go Gopa Vallabha Hare Tava Suprabhatam Shri Kashyapatri Sukhanara Gautamadi Brahmarshi Sangamani Sangha Bharateshu Tishtanti Deva Tava Darshana Bhagya Heto Gopala Sekara Hare Tava Suprabhatam Mandara Jari Tulasidara Malika Jahe Malyani Anjali Pute Samudaharanti Tishtanti Tvatpavata Dharatale Munindraha Radha Manohara Hare Tava Suprabhatam Vedatrayam Patati Gautama Kana Huyaha Jayanti Sadguna Gano Varada Savargaha Sankirtayanti Tava Nama Kada Visheshaha Shri Narada Dirshaya Tava Suprabhatam Govardhanodara Gopa Kishora Gopa Gopi Janamrita Suvesha Baba Vipota Trilokya Mohana Sumangala Divya Deha Shri Rukmini Shavarada Tava Suprabhatam Shri Vatsachina Sharanagata Parijata Bhaktarti Banjana Kripakara Dina Bando Nityanta Gayati Janapriya Divya Rupa Shri Nanda Gopatanaya Tava Suprabhatam Padmaksha Padma Mukha Padmadara Prameya Padmalaya Sarita Padma Nivasa Shori Padmodbhavati Surasevita Pada Padma Padmaninata Haraye Tava Suprabhatam Vrindatale Viharanaya Mahendra Vandya Kandarpa Darpa Haratinya Sudesha Rupa Chandrananaya Siddha Chandana Lipna Deha Govinda Yadava Hare Tava Suprabhatam Shri Nandanandana Yashoda Kumara Dhira Mayangadina Navichona Supushpahara Nilambudaha Susharira Rama Vihara Gopala Deva Haraye Tava Suprabhatam Sri Vaisrijam Bhavati Satya Sugandhi Padra Shri Mitra Vinda Divasa Prabhu Putrika Jahe Ishtanti Divya Bhavame Tava Sevanarda Gopi Manapriya Hare Tava Suprabhatam Shri Krishna Achyuta Ananta Mukunda Shori Radha Manohara Janardana Chakrapane Namani Divya Munayurna Nisham Vadanti ब्राह्मी मुहूर्त समये तव सुप्रभातम् श्री कृष्ण सुप्रभातम् ये पदन्ति महर्निशं भूरि कृतं महापापं श्री कृष्णाग्रह हेतुका।
ईश्वर परम कृष्ण सच्चिदानंदा विग्रहा अनादिरादिर् गोविंदा सर्वकरणा कारणं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि चिन्तामणि प्रकर सद्मशुतल्पवृक्षा लक्षावृतेषु सुरभिरपि पालयन्तं लक्ष्मी सहस्रशतसम्भ्रमसेव्यमानं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि वेल्लुं त्वनन्तमरविन्ददलायताक्षं भारावतं शमसितं बुधसुन्दरङ्गं कन्दर्पकोटिकमनीयविशेषशोभं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि अल्लोलचन्द्रकलसद्वनमाल्यवंशी रत्नाङ्गरं प्रणयकेलिकलाविलासं श्यामं त्रिभङ्गललितं नियताप्रकाशं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि अङ्गानि यस्य सकलेन्द्रियवृत्तिमन्ति पश्यन्ति पन्ति कलयन्ति चिरं जगन्ति आनन्दचिन्मय सदुज्ज्वलविग्रहस्य गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि अद्वैतमच्युतमनादिमनन्तरूपम् आद्यं पुराणपुरुषं नवयौवनं च वेदेषु दुर्लभमदुर्लभमात्मभक्तो गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि पञ्चाष्टकोटिशतवत्सरसम्प्रगाम्यो वयोरतापि मनसो मुनिपुङ्गवानं सोऽप्यस्ति यत्प्रपदशिं न विचिन्त्यताद्वे गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि एकोऽप्यसोरचयितुं जगदन्तकोटिं यच्छक्तिरस्ति जगदन्तचयारदन्तः अन्दन्तरस्तपरमानुचयन्तरष्टं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि यद्भावभावितधियो मनुजस्तथैव सम्प्राप्य रूपमहिमस्सनयानभूषः शुक्तेर्यमेव निगमा प्रतिते स्तुवन्ति गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि आनन्दचिन्मयरसप्रतिपादिताभिस्ताभिर्य एव निजरूपतया कलाभिः गोलोक एव निवस्यत्यखिलात्मभूतो गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि प्रेमञ्जनाचुरितभक्तविलोचनेन सन्ता सदैव हृदयेषु विलोकयन्ति यशं सुन्दरमचिन्त्य गुणस्वरूपं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि ब्रह्मादिमूर्तिषु कलानियमेन तिष्ठन् नन्नावतारमकरोत् भुवनेषु किन्तु Krishna Swayam Samabhavat Paramat Purmanyo Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Yasya Prabha Prabhavato Jagadanta Koti Koti Shvashesha Vasudadi Vibhuti Pinam Tat Brahmanishkalamanantam Ashesha Bhutam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Maya Yasya Jagadanta Shatani Sute Tregunya Tad Vishaya Veda Vitayamana Sattva Valambi Parasattva Vishuddha Sattvam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Ananda Chinmaya Rasatmataya Manashu Ya Praninam Pratipalam Smaratamupetya Lila Yitena Bhuvanana Jayata Jasram Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Golokanamni Nijadamni Talachatasya Devi Maheshari Dhamma Shute Shuteshu Tete Prabhavi Chayavi Chayena Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Shrishti Shriti Pralaya Sadhana Shakti Reka Chayeva Yasya Bhuvanani Vivarti Durga Ichanurupamapi Yasya Chachesta Chesa Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Shiram Yatadadi Vikara Vishesha Yoga Sanjayate Nahitata Pritagasti Eto Yasham Bhutamapi Tata Samupeti Karyat Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Diparshireva Hidashantaramapyupetya Dipayate Vivrita Hetu Samana Dharma Yastadrigeva Icha Vishnutaya Vibhati Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Yakaranarnava Jale Bhajati Sma Yoga Nidramananda Jagananda Saroma Kumpaha Adara Shakti Mavalamya Param Svamurtim Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Yasye Kaniva Shitakala Matavalamya Jivanti Loma Jagadandanattaha Vishnur Mahansariya Yasya Kala Vishesho Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Pasvanya Tashma Shakaleshu Niteshu Teja Sviyam Kriyat Prakadayatyapidhat Padatra Brahmaya Esha Jagadanta Vihana Karta Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Yatpada Pallava Yugam Vinidaya Kumbha Vandva Pranama Samaya Saganadajaha Vignam Vihantu Malamasya Jagatrayasya Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Agnir Mahigagaramambu Marudishacha Kalashtatatma Manisitti Jagatrayani Yasmat Bhavanti Vibhavanti Vishanti Yamcha Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Yakshakshuresha Savita Sakalaganam Raja Samasta Suramurti Rashesha Tejaha Yasyajnaya Bharati Sambrita Kala Chakro Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami. Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami. Dharmo tapapanichaya shrutayastapamshi. Brahmadikirta patagavadayascha jivaha. Yaddattamatra vidaya pragata prabhava. Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami. Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami. Yasvindra gopamata vendra mahosvakarma. Bandhanurupa parabhajanamattanoti. Karmani nirdahati kintu cha bhakti bhajam. Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami. Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami. Yam krodha kama sahaja pranayadi vikti. Vasalya moha guru gaurava sevya bhavahe. Sachintasya sadrichimtanuma purite. Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami. Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami. Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachitananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govinda Sarvakarana Karanam. Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami. Govindamadipurusham tamaham bhajami.
Jai Gurudev, good morning. So every Friday morning we glorify Divine Mother in her three aspects. We chant Shri Suktam, praising Mahalakshmi, Bhu Suktam, praising Bhudevi, Mother Earth, and Nila Suktam, praising Nila Devi, the one who bestows single-pointed devotion. In the prayer book, new version is starting at the page 57. In case you join, we please ask you to stand up. Thank you. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om. Hiranyavarnam Harinim Suvarnarajatashrajam Chandram Hiranmayim Lakshmi Jatavedo Ma'avaha Tam Ma'avaha Jatavedo Lakshmi Manapagaminim Yasyam Hiranyam Vindeyam Gamashvam Purushanam Ashvapurvam Vratamadhyam Hastinada Prabodinim Shriyam Devim Upavayim Shrirma Devi Jushatam Kam Sosmitam Hiranya Prakaram Ardram Jvalantim Kriptam Tarpayantim Padme Stitam Padmavarnam Tamiyopavaye Shriyam Chandram Prabhasam Yashasa Swalantim Shriyam Loke Devajustam Udaram Tam Padminimim Sharanamaham Prapadye Alakshmi Menasyatam Tvam Varne Aditya Varne Tapasodi Jato Vanaspatistava Vrikshota Bilva Tasya Palani Tapasanudantu Mayantarayas Chabaya Alakshmi Upeitumam Devasaka Kirti Shamaninasa Pradurbutos Mirastris Minkirtim Redim Dadatu Me Shutpipasam Malam Jesham Alakshmim Nasayamyam Abhutim Asamritim Chasarvam Nirnudame Grate Gandadvaram Duradarsham Nitya Pushtam Karishinim
Ishvari gum sarva bhutanam tamihopavaye shriyam manasaka mamakutim vachas satyamashimai Pashunam rupam manasya mai shri shayatam yasaha Kardamena praja bhuta mai sambhava kardama Shriyam vasaya me kule mataram padmamalinim Apasrijantu shingani chiklita vasame grihe Nicha devi mataram shriyam vasaya me kule Ardram pushkarinim pushtim suvarnam hemamalinim Suryam hiranmayim lakshmim jatavedo ma'avaha Ardram yakarinim yastim pingalam padmamalinim Chandram hiranmayim lakshmim jatavedo ma'avaha Tam ma'avaha jatavedo lakshmim anapagaminim Yasyam hiranyam prabhutam gavo dasyo sva'am vindeyam purushanam Yasuchit prayato bhutva juhuyat ajamam vam Suktam panchala sarcham shashikama satatam japet Padma priye padmini padmahaste padmalaye padmadalaya takshi Vishva priye vishnu manonukule tvat pada padmam naisannidasva Mahadevye cha vidmahe vishnu patne cha dhimahi Tano lakshmi prachodayat Om Shanti 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 Bhumir bhumnadhyor varinantariksham mahitva Upastete devyadite gnum anadam anadyaya dade Ayango prishnirakrami dasanam mataram punaha Pitaram chaprayan suva Trigum sadhama virajati vakpatangaya shrishaye Pratyasya vadyubihi Asya prana apanatyashcharati rochana Vyakyam maisashuva Yatva akruda bharo vapamanyuna yadavartya Sukalpam agne tattava punasvo dipayamasi Yate manyu paro pasya pritivim anudadvase Aditya vishve tat deva vasavascha samambaran Mano jyoti jusatam ajam vinchinam yagnagum samimam dadatu Brihaspatistanutam imam no vishve deva ihamadayantam Medini devi vasundara syat vasuda devi vasavi Brahma varchasa pitrunagum srutram chakshur manaha Devi hiranyakarbini devi prasuvari Sadhane satyayane sida Samudravati savitri hanu devi mayangi Mahodharani mahovyatishta Shringe shringe yakne yakne vibhishani Indrapadni vyapini surasaridiha Vayumati jalashayani shriyam radasya satyando parimedini Svoparidatam parigaya Vishnupadnim maim devim madavim madava priyam Lakshmi priyasakim devim namamyachyutavalabham Dhanurdharaya vidmahe sarvasiddhe cha dhimahi Tano dhara prachodayat Om Shanti 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 Nilam Devi Gum Sharanamam Prapadye Granahi Gritavati Savitara Dipatye Payasvati Raktirasano Astu Dhruvadisham Vishnu Padnya Gora Seshana Sasoya Manota Brihaspati Mataris Vota Vayu Sanduvana Vata Abhino Grunantu Vishtambo Divo Daruna Prithivya Asheshana Jagato Vishnu Patni Mahadevi Cha Vidmahe Vishnu Patni Cha Dhimai Tano Nila Prachodayat. Om Shanti 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 Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om.
Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmelitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Jai Gurudev, good morning. Happy Brahmacharini Day. So, continuing from the story of King Rishabhadev, which I told the last few times. The last time we spoke about the teachings of King Rishabhadev to his sons, and then later about the last period of his life after he took sannyas, after he renounced, he went to the forest. He chose to behave in a very specific way, let's say. So we're going back a little bit. Of course, always before the king renounces to the forest, he chooses generally his oldest son to take the throne, to take the duties from his father. And the same, of course, happened was with King Rishabhadev also. And he chose his oldest son, Prince Bharat, to take the kingdom, to take the responsibility for the kingdom. And so Bharat, after his father left, or he took the throne, after his father left, he takes care in a very beautiful way of the kingdom. Just as his father, he looked after the citizens, after the kingdom, as often in the Bhagavatam, I'm just going to say for a very long period of time, some thousands of years. He was taking care of the kingdom. He had 5 sons with his wife, Panchani. And also, as it was always the tradition, eventually, after those long time, he also chose to renounce his kingdom. He gave the responsibility to his son or sons, and he went to the forest. And of course, Brahmacharini Day is a good day to speak about renunciation. Of course, there can be many topics, but renunciation is a good topic. And we can see this actually in every story of every king in the Bhagavatam, how they go through this 4 ashramas of life in a way, and eventually they renounce and they focus their mind only on God. No? And of course, in a traditional sense, the brahmacharya is the beginning part of life, where you quote-unquote renounce and you focus on your studies, on learning dharma, on learning how to live life in a proper sense, in a proper way, in a dharmic way. And sannyas in the end of on the other side of life, at the end of life, is to actually, as you have lived what you have learned throughout your life, at the end of this life, because it is so difficult to live in the world, do the duties in the world, and at the same time still also focus the mind properly and fully on God, you remove the material distractions and focus only on God, right? And that is what obviously the term brahmacharya means, the one in the pursuit of God, the one who strives for God. It is something that we can see very beautifully in the story of Bharat. It is such a great king, where how you can see that previously this land was known as Ajanaba Vasha, which is the area of Ajanaba, which is generally referred to as King Nabi. Now, King Nabi we also spoke about already, which was the father of King Rishabhadev. And, I would say it probably takes a lot in terms of your qualities and how great of a personality you are if the kingdom is called after you. And so King Bharat, even though there is not too much described in the Bhagavatam actually about specifically his activities or what he did in his life, apart from the length, it says a lot that this kingdom was called Bharatavarsha after his life. And it is still called Bharat, no? From this great king. And so it must have been a very great king. And so as he renounces, we all are, I assume, quite familiar about his story. But so this part of this verse that I chose for today is from the first part in his first life after he renounces. No? So obviously, as we know, he focuses mind on God, he renounces the world, and practices spiritual practices for many years. And eventually, before he dies, he comes across an orphaned deer and falls in love with this deer out of compassion. And then because of that, he becomes fully absorbed in thinking about the welfare of this deer, dies, thinks of the deer while dying, and becomes the deer in his next life. And then is reborn as Jada Bharata in his third life, no? Which we'll focus on later. So this is the beginning part of the renunciation before he meets the deer. So there's actually quite a few nice verses, but I chose Canto 5, chapter 7, verse 6. Tasmin bhava kekila sa ekala pulaha shrama pavane vivata kushama kishalaya tulasi kam bubhi kanda mula balapa harescha samiha mana bhagavata aradanam vivikta uparatta vishaya bhilasha upabhrita bashama param nivritim avapa. Living there alone in the groves of Pulaha Ashram, Maharaj Bharata gathered many kinds of flowers, tender leaves, tulasi, water, and offerings, such as roots and fruits, for the worship of the Lord. In that quiet, solitude place, with all desires for worldly enjoyment having come to a rest, and his heart deeply pacified, he worshipped Bhagavan and attained profound inner contentment. Which sounds like an old man after a long life. He found contentment and peace of heart after a long life. Actually, that's the feeling that I got when I read the verse. It's like, and it's not about even being old, but it's the mood that comes across with this verse is of taking a big sigh and it's when you let go of all desires that have literally hunted you for years and years and years, and all you can do is just relax mentally and just be grateful and happy and content with the divine being that is within yourself. That for once, you don't have to feel this pressure of having to achieve something or do something, but just love God. And this verse is actually from 6 to, I think, 13, 14, really describes the effects, not only the activities that he does, but the effects of the things that he chooses to do, and how step by step it increases his love for Sri Hari. I give you some example from 2 verses maybe, quite long verses. As Maharaj Bharata became purified through the faithful performance of sacred duties, his heart grew completely pure. Within the inner space of that purified heart, the Supreme Lord shone ever more vividly in his personal form, and it describes his personal form. As the Lord revealed himself more and more within Bharat's heart, Bharata's devotion to him increased day by day with ever greater intensity. Absorbed in this way, in the constant service of the Lord, that supreme exalted devotee found his love for Vasudeva growing deeper every day, until his heart melted in devotion. Gradually, he lost all awareness of outward duties. His body trembled with ecstasy. The hair stood on end, and tears flowed from his eyes so abundantly that he could no longer see clearly. In that state, he remained absorbed in meditation in the Lord's reddish lotus feet. His heart became like a lake overflowing with the waters of divine love, and his mind plunged into that inner ocean of ecstasy. He even forgot the formalities of outside worship. It's such a beautiful description of not just the visual, but the mind state of King Bharat. Became so absorbed that slowly, step by step, he fell in love with Sri Hari to such a deep extent, no? And actually the verse that I spoke about last time, of relation with King Rishabhadev, if you remember, King Rishabhadev warned, and he said, it is so dangerous to become distracted by the material world. King Rishabhadev said that even the wise, they engage incessantly into spiritual practice because the wise know of this fact. And that's why that's what I mentioned last time, King Bharat already, is that King Rishabhadev, as he was teaching his sons, he made this point, and he warned his sons by saying this, is that even the wise engage incessantly in spiritual practice and engaging their mind with Sri Hari, because the wise know how easy it is to become distracted. The wise know. That's also what Shiva says in the Guru Gita, no? Is how those who are wise constantly engage in contemplating on the word of the Guru. The wise, not the stupid. Those who know. And there's somewhat irony of the story becomes clear when you look at the story of Bharat. Because that is exactly what happened with him. And what I find even more slightly concerning is seeing the immense absorption and the state which Bharat attained that is described. No? This deep feeling of contentment, this joy, this ecstasy that he experiences and feels, and still he gets distracted by a deer. And then, as we know his story. And I'm not sure I've experienced anything close to what is described Bharat was experiencing as he was practicing his spiritual practice in the forest. And so if he can get distracted, how difficult or how easy is it for us to become distracted, right? Because I think we have probably less focus, less bhava towards Sri Hari, or most of us, than Bharat had at this point. And what a tricky thing, what you can observe in the story of Bharat, is that his mind did not get distracted because of lust, like it is the thing so often. With so many examples in the Bhagavatam, often it's lust, usually a woman, or food. There's always some kind of lust, Bharat was not distracted by lust. Bharat was distracted by compassion. No? This is how you can see how tricky the mind is. The mind will find any way to distract you from God. And it will, or is able to so professionally hide its intentions. And it does not mean that we should not be compassionate. And it does not mean that we should not be helpful to a little orphaned deer. It does not mean we should not attempt to be good. For sure not. But it shows how conscious and how aware we have to be of where our mind is and where it goes, no? And how easily it becomes distracted. It is a little bit intimidating, for sure, and maybe a little bit disheartening, at least for me, no? But at the same time, I think the point of the story is not to focus on the fall, quote unquote. The point of the story is, for me, to remember what the advice that King Rishabhadev gave to his son. And that is, it is the wise who incessantly keep their mind fixed on God by their actions. That is what we should try to focus on. Because we will fall anyways. We probably have fallen many times already. No? This is unavoidable. The nature for the mind to be the mind is normal. For us to have a mind is also normal, and there's nothing we can change because the Lord has given us this mind. The mind is also not our enemy, as we know. And so it is actually a story to remind us of how important it is to be conscious of how we use our mind and what actions we choose to make. And lastly, also, to be conscious of the small things also. Because the reason why King Bharata had to reincarnate as a deer was not because he helped a little deer. It is because he helped the little deer and then helped the little deer every single day. And then he helped the little deer every single day and become attached to that little deer. And that was not even yet the problem. The problem is because he became so attached that he forgot about God. That is the problem. So the problem starts with a small good deed, not a bad deed. He did a good thing, no? But that little good thing eventually made him forget about God, right? And so I think it is so important to be aware and to, as much as we can, consciously choose the small actions that we do. To say one day, it's okay, today I don't have to push myself to finish my japam. No? To these small choices, it is not, Guruji gives us so many instructions. It is up to each one of us to follow them, to implement them, knowing that they will help us, not today, maybe not in 3 days, but maybe in 20 years. No? Guruji said, read one verse of the Bhagavad Gita every day. How many read one verse of the Bhagavad Gita every day? Not everybody. Is it difficult to read one verse of the Bhagavad Gita every day? We can read. Does it take a lot of time? It does not. Even if you have no time to contemplate on it. Guruji said, read one verse of the Bhagavad Gita every day. It seems so simple, and that's why we don't do it. No? It seems so insignificant, and that's why we don't do it, because we don't sweat the small things. We have to make big changes in our life. No? But sometimes to make small changes in one's life is the more intelligent thing to do. If you have a clean room and you clean a little bit every day, you almost don't notice that you're cleaning. If you leave everything dirty for 2 months, very difficult to overcome, to make, take a whole day or a whole week to clean up. And the thing is also, is that with these small choices, you don't notice the difference necessarily in the short notice either way. You don't notice that reading one verse of the Bhagavad Gita magically transforms your life for the better. Neither does it transform your life for the worse in the short term. No? But you will see that with these small choices, if you make them on a continuous basis every day, then they make a difference. That is what it says also in this, I think it was verse 12 that I was reading. It was not that Bharat had this deep contentment and experience on vision of Shri Hari in his heart from day one. It says that the more that he engaged in spiritual practice, he fell in love with Bhagavan deeper and deeper and deeper. It was not on day one. It is the willingness to choose to do these small things, these small sacrifices, these small devotional choices towards him on a daily basis, on a repeated basis. And that is really what Brahmacharini Devi represents. It is that representation of the importance of sadhana, of spiritual practice for an extended period of time. Because I can see from my own experience how these kind of small choices multiply over years. No? There is a huge difference between of what I can see, of my mindset, of my relationship with God now and 20 years ago. The big difference. I remember 20 years ago when I became brahmachari, I had clear vision, I had a clear career goal of when I have to have the darshan of Shri Hari, of Krishna. And, everything was very clear. 20 years later, things are complicated in between. The goal is still there, but the one thing that I've learned is that the one thing you need to have is consistency and patience. Because if you lose motivation because of the perceived length of time that it takes to achieve a goal that you think you need to achieve, you will become disappointed very quickly and stop. And so the one thing that whatever path you follow in life, whatever goal you want to achieve in life, the only thing that you need to learn if you want to stay motivated on that goal, towards that goal, is to enjoy the path. That is why we are called Bhakti Marga and not Bhakti goal. It's the path of Bhakti. So it's about enjoying the path that we are walking towards God. And that's what Guruji keeps reminding us all the time. No? This life is too short not to be joyful. And this life is to be blessed that we get to live, not to be joyful. So be joyful. Jai Gurudev.
Namaste Narasimhaya, Namaste Narasimhaya, Namaste Narasimhaya, Namaste Narasimhaya, Bolo Namaste Narasimhaya, Namaste Narasimhaya, Namaste Narasimhaya, Namaste Narasimhaya, Namaste Narasimhaya Praladaladaine Hiranyakashipu Vakshaha Shilatankana Kalaye.
Namaste Narasimhaya Praladaladaine Hiranyakashipu Vakshaha Shilatankana Kalaye.
Namaste Narasimhaya
Namaste Narasimhaya
Namaste Narasimhaya
Namaste Narasimhaya
Ito Nashimho Parato Nashimho Yato Yato Yamitato Nashimho Bahi Nashimho Hridaye Nashimho Nashima Adim Sharanam Prapade.
Ito Narasimho Parato Narasimho Yato Yato Yamitato Narasimho Bahi Narasimho Hridaye Narasimho Narasimha Amadim Sharanam Prapade.
Namaste Narasimhaya
Namaste Narasimhaya
Oh Namaste Narasimhaya
Namaste Narasimhaya
Tavakara Kamala Varenakam Adbhuta Shiga Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanu Bringam Keshavadrita Arahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare.
Tavakara Kamala Varenakam Adbhuta Shringa Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanubringa Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare.
Bolo Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare. Oh
Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare.
Oh Namaste Narasimhaya
Namaste Narasimhaya
Namaste Narasimhaya
Namaste Narasimhaya
Bolo Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare.
Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare.
Oh Jaya Narsingadev 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 Jaya Narsingadev
Jaya Narasimhadev 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 Jaya Narasimhadev.
Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Prahlad Maharaj Bhakta Swarupa Jaya Prahlad Maharaj
Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Prahlad Maharaj Bhakta Swarupa Jaya Prahlad.
Jaya Jaya Gurudev 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev
Jaya Jaya Gurudev 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev.
Sri Vishwananda Gurudev 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 Sri Vishwananda Gurudev
Sri Vishwananda Gurudev 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 Sri Vishwananda Gurudev.
Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe
Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe
Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe
Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe.
Gokula mein Radhe Nanda Gaon mein Radhe Gokula mein Radhe Nanda Gaon mein Radhe Gokula mein
Radhe Nanda Gaon Radhe.
Oh Radhe Radhe Jai Radhe Radhe
Radhe Radhe
Oh Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe
Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe. Radhe.
O Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe.
Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe.
Vrindavana mein Radhe, Barsan mein 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 Radhe.
Jai Radhe Radhe.
Radhe Radhe.
Radhe Radhe.
Radhe Radhe.
Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe.
Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe.
O Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe.
Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe.
Radha Kunda mein Radhe, Shama Kunda mein Radhe.
Radhe Kunda mein Radhe, Shama Kunda mein Radhe.
O Radha Kunda mein Radhe, Shama Kunda mein Radhe.
Radha Kunda mein Radhe, Shama Kunda mein Radhe.
O Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe.
Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe.
O Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe.
Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe.
Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe. Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me. Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me.
Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me. Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me.
Yatindraya Karunakaraya Mangala Mangala Me.
Yatiraya Karunakaraya Mangala Mangala Me.
Prapati Dharme Karataya Mangala Mangala Me.
Prapati Dharme Karataya Mangala Mangala Me.
Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me. Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me.
Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me. Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me.
Saligrama Pratishtitaya Mangala Mangala Me.
Saligrama Pratishtitaya Mangala Mangala Me.
Tridandadarine Godagajaya Mangala Mangala Me.
Tridandadarine Godagajaya Mangala Mangala Me.
Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me. Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me.
Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me. Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me.
Range Sake Kajarataya Mangala Mangala Me.
Rangesha Kenkayarataya Mangala Mangala Me.
Mananataya Darini Daraya Mangala Mangala Me.
Mananataya Darini Daraya Mangala Mangala Me.
Ramanuja
Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me. Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me. Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me. Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me. Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me. Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me. Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me.
Om Jai Lakshmi Mata.
Jaya Jaya Lakshmi Mata. Tumako Nishadina Sevata. Tumako Nishadina Sevata. Hara Vishnu Vidata. Om Jaya Lakshmi Mata. Om Rama Brahmani. Tumahi Jagamata. Om Tumahi Jagamata. Surya Chandrama Javata. Surya Chandrama Javata. Narada Rishigata. Om Jaya Lakshmi Mata. Durga Rupa Niranjani. Sukha Sampati Data. Om Meya Sukha Sampati Data. Jo koi tumako dhyavata. Jo koi tumako dhyavata. Siddhi Dhanapata. दायिनी तुम ही शुभदाता मेरा तुम ही शुभदाता काम प्रभाव प्रकाशिनी काम प्रभाव प्रकाशिनी भवानी की त्राता ओम जय लक्ष्मी माता जिस घर में तुम्हारा लिखी सब सद्गुण आता ओम मेरा सब सद्गुण आता सब संभव हो जाता सब संभव हो जाता मन नहीं घबराता ओम जय लक्ष्मी माता तुम बिना यज्ञ न होते वस्त्र न कोई पाता ओ मेरा वस्त्र न कोई पाता
ओ मेरा वस्त्र न कोई पाता
ओ मेरा वस्त्र न कोई पाता
कान पान करे बाबा
कान पान करे बाबा सब तुम से आता ओम जय लक्ष्मी माता शुभ गुण मंदिर सुंदर क्षीरोदधि जाता ओ मेरा क्षीरोदधि जाता रात चतुर्दश तुम बिना रात चतुर्दश तुम बिना कोई नहीं पाता ओम जय लक्ष्मी माता महालक्ष्मी जी की आरती जो कोई जन गाता ओ मेरा जो कोई जन गाता
ओ मेरा जो कोई जन गाता
ओ मेरा जो कोई जन गाता पूरा आनंद समाता पूरा आनंद समाता पाप उतर जाता ओम जय लक्ष्मी माता जय लक्ष्मी माता जय लक्ष्मी माता तुमको निषादिन सेवता तुमको निषादिन सेवता हर विष्णु विदाता ओम जय लक्ष्मी माता ओम जय लक्ष्मी माता जय लक्ष्मी माता तुमको निषादिन सेवता तुमको निषादिन सेवता हर विष्णु विदाता ओम जय लक्ष्मी माता ओम जय लक्ष्मी माता जय लक्ष्मी माता तुमको निषादिन सेवता तुमको निषादिन सेवता हर विष्णु विदाता ओम जय लक्ष्मी माता
ओम जय लक्ष्मी माता त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव विद्याधरणं त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव
त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव
गोविन्द असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्युर्मामृताङ्गमय ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु ॐ शान्ति 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 श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम प्रेम से बोलो श्री लक्ष्मी नारायण भगवान की जय श्री भूतभृतेश्वरनाथ सिंह भगवान की जय बोलो राधा कृष्ण कन्हैया लाल की जय श्री महावता खिड़ बाबा जी की जय श्री रमनोजाचार्य की जय प्रेम से बोलो सद्गुरुदेव श्री स्वामी विश्वानंद महाप्रभु की जय ओम क्लीं
कृष्णाय गोविन्दाय गोपीजनवल्लभाय पराय परमपुरुषाय परकर्म मंत्र यंत्र तंत्र औषधस्य शस्त्राणि सदाय सदाय मृत्योर्मोचाय मोचाय ओम नमो भगवते महासुदर्शनाय दीप्तिज्वला प्रताय सर्वदिक्षुना हुंपत् परस्मै परब्रह्मणे परमज्योतिषे स्वाहा ओम शांति 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 श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम
जय जय श्री राधे जय जय श्री राधे जय जय श्री राधे Govinda, Utkari Vanasmaranam Govinda, Bhaktivatsala Govinda, Bola Pundali Kabarade, Eknath Namdev, Bola Pandarinath Maharaj ki, Rukmini Maharani ki, Samasta Bhakta Mandali ki, Alva Emperumanath Tinuvadi Kale, Sharanam.